you're never going to get away from that. There are people who are going to hold that out for years. But I was like, listen to what everyone else is saying about Allah. You know, some of the negative things that are being said about Allah, this religion. I'm saying that I'm giving attribute to the one skill that's carried me for years. And I'm speaking on the truth. I was like, this is the gift I've had for years. And I'm gonna lay it down and say, this is the reason why I have it. And I was like, I don't have a problem with that.
Right. And I mean, how did things, was the tour started before 9/11 or it started after 9/11?
Started after 9/11, 2003.
Okay. So was anybody nervous just particularly because it was a serious time in the world, serious time for Muslims?
My mother was worried. She's worried. She's like, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. You know, she was there in the beginning. You know, she would come with me to the shows. You know, MSA East Zone. My mother would be there.
Right.
You know, when we were just handing out flyers about Allah Made Me Funny. You know, you have to go back. Bless her heart, she go back and pick up all the ones they threw in the trash and threw on the floor. You know, some people held on to them, some didn't. And yeah, my first forays with Allah Made Me Funny, a lot of people they didn't like me. You know, let's say I don't know if they didn't like me, maybe they weren't feeling me. I was rather frank, pretty blunt. You know, this is not using profanity or anything like this. Is just honest ideas. You know, sometimes some people like, oh, you're racist, you're that. And whatever that you think it is, that's what you think it is. You know, it's not going to stop what I got to do. You know, I'm here for business. Right. You know, this is not the business like commerce, finance. You know, this goes back to, you know, we in the business of saving lives. You know, this is the attitude of a teacher. This is the evolution of being around mental capitalists for years. Now you turn into one. So initially, it's like being a new boss. You know, new employees don't automatically accept the new boss. A lot of them don't like the new boss. It's not that he's the boss, but it's a new idea. You know, it's a new framing. And over time, people have accepted.
And I love being a comic, but I'll tell you what, my least favorite thing is all the traveling, okay? And the worst part about it is the moment I have to walk into the airport. Come on, people, you can write your own joke right there. Me walking into the airport, heads turn simultaneously. Security guy's like, shh, we got a Muhammad at 4 o'clock. 10-4, Muhammad at 4, over and out. You get the smelly one, I got the hairy one. Excuse me, sir, can I see your ID? My middle name actually is Muhammad. That's what I thought, you're coming with me. The only thing worse than that is the moment I have to get on the plane. People are in shock. I mean, seriously, they're in the middle of conversations like, so, where are you from? Where are you heading? Oh my God. I'm gonna die. Honey, I love you. He's so hairy. He smells like curry. He keeps staring at me. I'll be honest, people, I don't understand what these people are so scared of. I don't get it. Because think about it. If I was a crazy Muslim fundamentalist terrorist about to hijack the plane, this is probably not the disguise I would go with. Doesn't exactly slip me under the radar. Of course, everybody's real nice to me once the plane safely lands. Then they're just looking over and smiling like, I'm just waiting for a real honest passenger at the end of the flight. Like, excuse me, sir. I thought you were going to kill us. I'm sorry about that. Remember when you got up to go to the bathroom? I was going to stab you.
Going around and being around Muslim communities, do you think Muslims need to laugh and it's important for Muslims to laugh sometimes?
Well, laughter has a lot of components. Laughter, one component is self-realization. It's number one. And number two is self-value. So when you laugh, you know, it's particularly Muslims. We've gotten away from our self-realization and our self-value, and we run around to different aspects, hoping people will give us value, and they'll put a stamp of approval on being a Muslim. That's not the way it is. You know, I'm African American. You know, we have the distinction of being the original protest people in the United States. It's not that we protest all the time, but we've been effective with how we protest, without losing our core values, without losing, you know, our core identity. And that's been the best thing about Allah Made Me Funny. We've been able to go this far without losing our core values and our core identity. But I'm like that, and it comes from the idea is that if you don't challenge people in creative ways, then you're always going to be relegated to second or third class status in terms of how they treat you. I'm like, and that is the growing idea. So as we do, Allah Made Me Funny, and it grows, inshallah, and the idea is that the spirit or the message of the tour is supposed to last you the next, you know, 40, 50, 60 years. We'll be dead and gone. You know, I'm not going to live to be 100 years old. Yeah, inshallah, it'd be nice, but... You know,
But tell me about you mentioned the movie. You guys did a movie. Tell me about the movie and what your plans for touring are in
well, the
near
movie, the movie is interesting because we had just shot a DVD. Back in 2004, it was really, really well received. And at the time, Azhar and I made a very, very conscious decision that we were not going to shoot another DVD. It needed to be a much more broader offering beyond just the Muslim community. And we figured that the best way to do that, something I've coined the Muslimwood philosophy. So our film is the corner of Muslimwood, that we can put out quality product that has our core values. You see how, I don't know, they may not see this in Saudi Arabia, but they have a thing here called Tyler Perry. There's a guy here called Tyler Perry. And Tyler Perry took these stage shows around the country, the world. He now is like a fixture on cable TV. But Tyler Perry put these little stage shows together called Medea. And he would dress up as a woman and be Medea. But they had very, very, very heavy themes of Christian values. And these things have exploded. He now does movies. He has multi-movie deals, you know, multi-year deals to put out this product. Muslims, we don't have anything. This movie is the cornerstone of Muslimwood, and it is my intention to continue putting out product that's quality and competitive with the things that are out there. We're not trying to beat anybody, except we just want to be better than we were the last time. So this movie is a legit movie. It's not shot on camera phones, and you know what I'm saying? It's not a blurred picture. We went out, alhamdulillah, with the Unity Production Foundation and really some help from Dave Chappelle to make it realistic, because he supported us, and that should be known that he supported us before we had the film. And to put out a product that's reminiscent of the idea that we want to be excellent, you know, we want to put out excellent product because we want to be excellent contributors. And that Allah Made Me Funny is accessible for everybody. I mean, I really got into some themes on the film about life, how we trying to live our lives as Muslims, as non-Muslims. And I talked about the Christian tradition. I talked about what it really is to come tell your mother that you're Muslim. You know, and, you know, it's not beating down Jesus, because you can't be a Muslim and not believe in Jesus, you know? And I'm like, this is what it is. It's that story you're not going to hear. This is the, in many regards, this is a response to ABC Nightline. This is the story you didn't want to hear. You know, there's a PBS special out going out right now. Ain't got no brothers on it. They didn't want any brothers on it. But that's fine. I could sit here and be angry about it. You know, we protest people. You had a special, we got a movie. And, you know, you have to go out and you have to attach your own value to stuff, you know?